Okay, good morning children. Welcome back to our new session. So, as we have learned problems from exercises from the circles, on that day only I told I am going to explain some additional problems which are not related from the textbook, but based on the circles only. Okay. Before going to that, just I want to explain about one word in circumscribing, what it means. As many of you are asking the doubt what is meant by circumscribing, so that see children here I am drawing two diagrams. Here I am taking one square this is a square ABCD, and here also it is also, let us take the name ABCD only. Okay, what is the difference of these two squares ABCD and here also ABCD? Can you observe this? This is a square which is drawn around outside of the circle, and this is a square ABCD which is drawn inside the circle, which like all the vertices on this. So whenever any polygon which is drawn around outside the circle and which touches the circle, that is called circumscribing. That is called circumscribing. So here a square is circumscribed by circle. So why it is circumscribing? Because it is drawn outside of the circle, at the same time it should be touches. Here see, this is also square, but it is circle. It is not a circumscribing because it is not touches the circle. All the four sides are not touching the circle, so it is not a circumscribing. This is circumscribing. Then what it is in these cases? This square is inscribing. This square is inscribing. Here the square ABCD inscribed in a circle because it has drawn inside the interior of the circle. So it is inscribing, and as it is drawn outside of the circle, so it is called circumscribing. I hope you all understand what it means by circumscribing and inscribing, isn't it? Okay. Now coming to our class. In our today's class, let us draw one circle, children, and mark the point P which is exterior of the circle, isn't it? From this P you have to draw two tangents like this. This is A, this is B. PA and PB are two tangents, isn't it? And we all know the very foremost point we have learned previously, these two tangents are equal in length. Okay. Now here what the new point we are going to learn, mark the center O and join this, isn't it? Now here AOBP, can you guess what is the name of this one? AOBP. As it is, AOBP is having four sides. It is a quadrilateral or not? In this quadrilateral, now we are going to prove that this AOB and APB are supplementary. Angle AOB plus angle APB is equals to 180 degrees. This is what we are going to prove today, isn't it? The angle inclined by the two tangents and both the radius and the center are supplementary. That is the statement. Okay. What is the statement here? The angle inclined by both the tangents and the angle inclined by both radii, both the radii at the center are supplementary. This is the statement we are going to prove that. This is the angle inclined by tangents at T, and this is the angle which is inclined by both the radii at O. This angle and this angle are supplementary. As we all know that supplementary means the sum of any two angles is 180 degrees, then we can say that both the angles are supplementary. Na? So this and this should be a supplementary. Now how it is? Look at here. Solution. See, in the quadrilateral, AOBP is a quadrilateral or not? In the quadrilateral AOBP, angle A equals to 90 degrees and angle B is also 90 degrees. How these two angles will be 90 degrees? That one we have learned. What it is? The angle between the radius and the tangent at the point of contact is the right angle or not? That is the theorem we have learned already in our earlier classes. What is that? The angle between the radius and the tangent at the point of contact is the right angle. So that one, angle between radius and tangent at point of contact. So it is right angle. So angle A and angle B are right angle. So that, but we know what is the sum